Hi, you're welcome to another episode of Ask The Trichologist. My name is Atilola and I'm the trichologist at African Naturalistas Hair Clinic. African Naturalistas is basically a one-stop center for all your hair and scalp needs. We manufacture hair products, we have a hair clinic, we have memberships, we have regimens, we have everything to help you achieve your goal of healthy hair naturally. So when you come to African Naturalistas, know that all your hair and scalp problems has ended right there. Ask the Trichologist is that program where we answer all your hair and scalp questions. Basically, how it works is that you send us a question and we answer it in the next episode or the episode available for your own question. So today's question goes thus. Hi Atilola, I really want to know your take about sulfate shampoos. We all know that the word out there is that sulfate shampoos are bad and sulfate free shampoos are better because they help retain moisture. But I found that I get better results when I use sulfate shampoo, and this creates a dilemma for me. What do you think about this? Tabitha from Cape Town. Yes, Tabitha, you have asked a very great question that needs to be talked about. The truth is that when it comes to sulfate shampoo and sulfate free shampoos, there are pros and cons of each. So there's pros of sulfate shampoo, cons of sulfate shampoo, pros of sulfate free shampoo and cons of sulfate free shampoo. The truth is that it depends on your hair goal, your hair situation, and everything about your hair. So when it comes to the regular straight hair, Caucasian hair, type 1 hair as they call it, you can use sulfate shampoos for that without having any issue, because the truth is the way the hair strands have been structured, they are in a straight pattern. There is no coily S or curly Z pattern. Everything just goes straight, and then the oil, the sebum produced by the scalp of people that have straight hair runs down the hair strands easily. So even when you use sulfate shampoos, it washes the hair strand squeaky clean, but in no time after wash day, the hair is oily again, and then really the sulfate shampoos don't have so much negativity on such hair strand. But when it comes to black women, or should I say black women with hair that has not been chemically processed. So we have two kinds of black women. We have black women with hair that has been processed chemically, and with black women that have not been processed chemically. When it comes to hair that has been processed chemically, we can also group them with Caucasians with straight hair, because the hair is still straight and then the sebum is running down the hair freely without inhibition. But when it comes to women that have hair that has not been chemically processed, the S is in the curly S pattern or the coily Z pattern. The sebum doesn't run down the hair strand easily. It just stays on the scalp that way. And then for some people that have sebaceous glands that produce so much oil, it just basically clogs the scalp. But the reason why our hair is so dry as ladies of African descent with coily hair or with chemically unprocessed hair is that oil doesn't run freely down our hair. So our hair is always very, very dry because of the texture, because of the texture of the hair, the texture of the scalp. Every other thing just makes it easy for our hair to be dry, which is why we need to moisturize over and over and again, and not only moisturize but even lock in the moisture. So in this case, we are always doing things to make sure that the moisture, the natural moisture that is even there, doesn't get stripped off, which is what sulfate shampoos do. They strip off the moisture. However, the truth is that not everybody with chemically unprocessed hair can go for sulfate free shampoo. Yes, the sulfate shampoos will wash your hair more intensely than the sulfate free shampoos. If intensity of wash is what you're looking for, then you have to go for the sulfate shampoos, because the sulfate free shampoo won't give you that much intensity. The sulfate free shampoo won't break down the oils on your scalp as much as the sulfate shampoos will do. And It all depends on what you want. But I want to say something. If you are somebody that has scalp disorder, and when I mean scalp disorder, I'm talking about things like dandruff, seborrheic dermatitis, psoriasis, scalp eczema, ringworm, and so many scalp disorders, you will have to use a medicated shampoo, which is a sulfate shampoo. You cannot afford to go using sulfate free shampoos when you have a scalp disorder. You're just going to get your scalp into more trouble, and then you have to visit the trichologist or the dermatologist to solve your issues. Sulfate free shampoos are for people that have basically what you call good scalp and they don't have any scalp disorder. If you have a scalp disorder, you have to go for the medicated shampoos depending on the kind of scalp disorder you have. So you have to weigh, that's why I say you have to weigh your situation, you have to weigh your goals. And even if you are using sulfate shampoos because there is nothing wrong with your scalp, from time to time you will need to clarify your scalp. From time to time you will need to wash with intensity, and then you still need the sulfate shampoos. So you cannot just stick with sulfate free shampoos for life. That's not going to cut it, because you are going to end up with scalp that has not been properly detoxified, or should I not say detoxified, properly clarified over a period of time. So weigh your condition, weigh your situation, weigh the hair type, weigh your race, weigh everything. You get, what is your race? Are you black? Are you white? What kind of hair do you have? Do you have straight hair or curly? And if you have curly hair, has it been chemically processed, or is this natural? And if it's natural, what are your goals? Is it to wash with intensity, or just to get it washed and you don't want the moisture stripped? And if it is chemically processed, do you have scalp disorder? Do you not have scalp disorder? Weigh all these things and determine whether you want to do sulfate shampoo or sulfate free shampoo. One other thing, if you are on locks like I am, many times you have to use sulfate shampoo because sometimes those locks are taking in a lot of dirt, and you need to wash them thoroughly, and then you need to use a sulfate shampoo to wash it thoroughly, because you probably aren't washing as often as the people with free hair, and then your locks are taking in a lot of dirt from the environment, and you need a thorough wash. So it's not a one size fits all, or it's not a one method fits all situation. Even as one person, sometimes you will need to use a sulfate free shampoo, and sometimes you will need to use a sulfate shampoo. So watch all these situations and determine what exactly is best for you. Now I am going to be going off, but before I go off, you know what to do. Do not leave this video without liking, without subscribing, without asking in the comment section, without clicking on the notification bell. You know we serve you free content, and you know that a lot of people need the information that we are dishing out right here. A lot of people are in problems, they are in serious trouble right now, not because they are bad people or because they are unlearned people, but because they have no access to the right information and they are ignorant of what to do. So you liking, subscribing, clicking on the notification bell will ensure that one more person out there sees this information. And you should even share. You should share with people that you know need to watch this video, so that the word goes out there. Till I come your way again in the next episode of Ask the Trichologist. My name is Atilola, and I'm the certified trichologist at African Naturalistas Hair Clinic. See you in the next episode. Bye.